I just saw the live button.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Extra Live Show. I'm your host Kyle McCauley. Tonight with me as always, I'm joined by the other Kyle Penrod.
Hey, I'm wearing a shirt, but I'm not wearing any pants.
Can we see?
Yeah. No, I'm wearing pants.
Thank God.
Whatever, dude. Whatever you want to see.
I got to tell you, after the last episode, you were a big hit at my work. Everyone
I'm a celebrity.
Oddly enough, like of all the episodes, I mean, like I post every time that we do this, I post this onto my Facebook, and for whatever reason, the last episode was the one everyone decided to check out, and sure enough, everyone was. I came into work the next day, everyone was just like, "So what's with the guy without the shirt?" I was like, "Yeah, I told him about it, and he was like, I'm not wearing a shirt, so."
Dude, no, the story is like I had just come back from the gym. I've been home for minutes, and we hit the button, and I was like, man, I'm burning up, so I was like, nope, no shirt. So, but it's okay. I'm wearing a black shirt today.
Yay, shirt. I like shirt, Kyle.
Shut up. I don't. I hate wearing clothes, dude. You're not like that. Like every time I see you, dude, you're wearing like you got like a hoodie on and a hat and a shirt and pants and 3 pairs of underwear, 2 pairs of socks and shoes and stuff, dude. Dude, me as soon as I come home, dude, like clothes are off. As much clothes as acceptable to be off of my body, dude. Pretty much walking around in boxers all the time, dude.
Yeah, I'm the complete opposite of that. I like being fully clothed at all times.
Do you sleep like that?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I put on shorts and like I'll kind of get down to the essentials, like I won't sleep in a hoodie or anything like that. But yeah, I'm all about clothes. I don't really care to walk around naked. Get your finger out of your mouth.
I'm sorry, I got something stuck in my teeth. That's why I'm trying to be quiet so people don't see that. Dude, I swear, if I didn't have the dog, dude, I'd sleep naked. I'm worried about him licking me in weird places. So, he's a licky dog, So.
All right. Well, on that note, we got an announcement today. This fine Wednesday evening.
Yay!
Yay!
Somebody's pregnant.
I'm pretty sure. I think you've made that joke before. You can't do that.
I can. It's my joke.
Okay. Well,
do what the hell I want.
Hey, whatever.
Kyle's pregnant.
Hooray!
Let you guys decide which one.
Yeah. That's awesome. I like that. So anybody who follows the Humble Bundle will notice that there's a new bundle. It's the Humble Indie Bundle 13, just in time for Halloween. Oh wait, Halloween just passed.
What, it did?
Yeah, it did.
Oh man, I missed it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oddly enough, so did I.
No, I didn't. I don't miss it, dude. I don't even like Halloween anymore.
Why?
Like, I don't know. Dude, I used to be way into Halloween, like as a kid and a teenager and young adult. Like I used to love freaking Halloween so bad, and now it's just like, yeah, whatever. And the weird thing is I'm surrounded by people at work that love Halloween. Like, because we have that studio in the back. They're doing they always doing like zombies and putting on haunted houses and shit like that, like throughout the year too. Yeah. It's really weird. I didn't think there was a market for that.
I've always wondered that myself.
Yeah, they do. They do that shit per request, throughout the year. So people hire them to put on haunted houses for certain events and shit. It's just like anything else. It's like DJs for weddings and fucking, I don't know, just any other weird kind of odd service that you only need for a few things here and there. People are like, yeah, we're gonna have a haunted birthday for this person, and they do that shit a lot, and But then come around Halloween, they usually have like one big show that they do. So,
Hmm.
but yeah, and I'm surrounded by those people all the time, and they're coming up with zombies and showing us like the masks and shit that they're making and stuff, and and it's like, man, you would think I would slide back into liking Halloween again, but no, don't really care so much for it anymore. I just don't give a shit.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, I enjoy Halloween, but with kids and whatnot, more and more every year, it's more about them than it is me. But it's always weird to run into that person who's 25 to 30 or older and like really into Halloween, man. Like it's got the house decked out, scary shit everywhere, and like all he wants to do is talk to you about Halloween and like what he's doing this year, and it's like, yeah, getting kind of creepy there.
Mm-hmm.
Getting kind of creepy there. So,
I think there's definitely a time where you got to grow up,
mm-hmm.
but
I'm
we'll
getting
never
ready.
stop playing video games.
Nope, not at all. So speaking of Halloween and video games, the humble Indie Bundle 13 dropped last Tuesday actually,
Yeah.
and Kyle, you want to give me a list of the games that you don't have it pulled up, do you? I didn't think about that.
No, I do, but you just lagged out real bad, and I didn't know what you were asking
Oh,
me,
really? Okay, I'm sorry.
like really bad. So,
When was the last
at
time
any
you?
rate, yeah, I got them all. You want me to list all of them?
Yeah. Yeah. What games do they got this week?
The for the humble indie bundle.
Yes, the
Okay.
Indie bundle.
Indie bundle. All right, they got Ollie Ollie. Nobody gives a shit about. Insanely Twisted Shadow Planet. Don't know anything about that game just yet. Tower of Guns. Get to that later. Amnesia, A Machine for Pigs. Jazzpunk. 4 copies of Risk of Rain. One's not enough. You need four. Um, they're gift codes. The not and they just added as of this week, not the week that they released it, but this past week they've added the novelist, Eldritch, and Tales from Space Mutant Blobs Attack, none of which I have played yet. You also get Teleglitch as a free game. Um, I mean, you could just go on their site and sign up for the newsletter and get that game, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then you got soundtracks for Insanely Twisted Shadow Planet, Tower of Guns, Risk of Rain, The Novelist. It's not loading fast enough. Eldritch, and Tales from Space. So,
You also forgot one game.
Shadowrun Returns.
Yep. If you pay
But
twelve
you got to pay
dollars,
$12 to unlock that.
yeah, to unlock Shadowrun. Whereas Amnesia, Jazzpunk, Risk of Rain, Novelist, Eldritch, and Tales from Space, Mutant Blobs Attacks are beat the average, which is currently at $7.32.
Right.
Not a bad bundle this week or this
This time,
yeah.
yeah.
They do it like it's actually kind of weird that they hit with this bundle so soon because I want to say like the
12 came out not that long ago.
yeah, only a month or so ago. And normally, man, they take like 6 month intervals on all of this, but it's hey, it's great games, great price, goes to a good cause, so on and so forth. You've heard it here before.
And yeah.
Hear it here again.
Oh yeah, just in case anybody's curious, no, both Kyle and I we just really like the humble bundles. Like they're not paying us, they're not giving us anything to plug them a lot, dude. So like, well, no, I just wanted to clear that up, like because we do talk about it a lot. So of course that was kind of by design. But yeah, at any rate, no, we just really like this thing. I mean, you're getting like 100. They say on their site that you're getting like $174 worth of games for $7, So, I mean, that's pretty good,
It's a pretty good deal.
and especially when they got good ones in there.
Hmm.
Well, I mean, obviously, but I mean, like Tower of Guns, and shit. Like, yeah. So yeah, that's that.
Yeah,
Added games we
yeah.
have.
I like I like anytime a new bundle comes out and whatnot. I like talking about it on the podcast. I always assume like everyone knows about as much as I do on the internet. Like I'm subscribed to the newsletter. I've bought these bundles before. I showed you the list of the bundles that I've purchased. So like as soon as a new one comes out, like I'm already on top of it. And most of like the gaming sites that I frequent, those people are on top of it. But you know, if you're listening to this and you're not, if you have a PC that's capable of playing games, which a lot of these indie games are not very demanding, so you know you could have a pretty shitty PC and it could probably run a lot of these games. Um, it's what?
Here, buy the Humble Bundle. You can play these games on your shitty PC.
It's a good deal, and like we said, it goes to a pretty good cause. Not a pretty good cause, an actual good cause. I don't know how to talk. I'm an idiot.
Well, providing you slide that developer slider down just a bit.
hmm Well, even then, I mean, a lot, these guys have put in a lot of work and whatnot, and game developers don't get paid a whole lot, so they're part of the charity too, if you think about it. So.
That's a fucked up thing for you to have said just now, though. For me,
hmm
like, well, game developers don't get paid a whole lot. It's like, man, seriously? Because when I was a kid in high school,
hmm
dude, they were pushing game development so bad.
Oh,
They
they're
were like,
still.
you got to be a game developer. You make millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Right.
wow, I'm so glad I didn't waste my time with that shit.
Yeah, I was gonna Google millionaire game developer and tell me how many come up besides
Oh
me.
yeah,
Notch is probably, kind of
dude,
a.
but he's a massive exception though.
Mhm.
Like he created the whole company
Well, see,
and
and
then
here's the
sold the
thing.
entire
He
company, not just a
he
game.
he didn't just he didn't just create a video game. He created a phenomenon.
Yeah,
And it's kind of a right place, right time, right formula type of deal. Not taken away from like what Minecraft is or anything like that. But there were games before that were similar to it. I mean, he's even said that he took a lot of the ideas from he took ideas from Minecraft from a game that he had played previously. So
yeah,
Minecraft itself.
Infiniminer.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not like a wholly original idea, but he did it good and he did it right and he hit it at the right time with the right type of price model and everything like that. Like he created a phenomenon, really.
Yeah,
That's why you see him, selling it to Microsoft for $2 billion.
right.
Um,
And what's really weird? Like we got to talking about that at work. Like
mhm,
I want to know what Microsoft wants with it. Like I kind of feel like the Minecraft craze is over.
mhm, mhm.
Like it's not a subscription based game. You drop $20 or whatever it is now, and you've got the game forever. I bought it in beta like a lot of people that I know. I only paid like $15 for the game.
Right.
And I've never put another penny into it, and yet whenever I want, I fire it up, it updates, and then there I go.
Yeah.
Playing Minecraft again. Um, so I'm really curious to know what Microsoft's end game is for it. Or if they're gonna try and make it go subscription based and try and squeeze more money out of it or something.
Um,
But
you know,
but I
so, go ahead.
but they also have the Android thing too. And I texted you earlier today, and I was like, dude, we should get into like Android games and stuff too.
Mhm.
And you agreed. You'll have to do the iOS device games because no. But fucking, I looked up Minecraft on there, dude, and it's $6.99
Yeah.
on Android.
Mhm.
Okay, now for an Android game, that's a little on the pricey side. I think usually I don't think they're that expensive.
Mhm.
Um, that's inexpensive, but for the platform that it's on, it's it's kind of up there. It's not $1. It's not $3.
Yeah.
It's $7 on there, and I clicked the thing, and it said that dude, that game has been sold like 7 million times,
Yeah.
dude, on Android. It's like, what the fuck, man, dude?
Yeah.
They've got a fucking gold mine with that game, dude.
Mhm. So right after Microsoft had purchased Minecraft, I want to say it was Phil Spencer, the he's the guy who's in charge of the actual Xbox division and everything at Microsoft. Um, I don't remember if it was him or it was a higher up. They were saying, they plan to make back their 2 billion um, by January. Like that's how much revenue Minecraft brings in, a day, a week, a month, and everything like that. Like they're going to make 2 billion back by January. Whether they actually hit that number that soon or not, remains to be seen. But that's a lot of money in a very short amount of time.
No shit.
Um,
How that's what I'm saying is I don't really understand how it's going to make that much money.
I don't know. I don't know what their plan is exactly, but it also, the way that they were talking about it, they don't really plan on changing what is already established there. So,
Hmm.
they're not looking to take Minecraft and put it in a subscription model or anything of that sort. In fact, they've already said that they're going to keep it on PlayStation consoles, on Android, iOS, everything like that. Like the current course for Minecraft is, still what's the nautical term I'm thinking of?
I don't know.
they're
I know nautical terms. I don't know which one you're
they're
thinking of.
they're full steam ahead.
Oh, okay.
I guess was like the best one I can think of. I mean, they're
They're moving ahead with ramming speed.
yeah. They don't plan on changing anything at the moment.
Oh, I got you.
And we talked about this a little bit on a previous episode. I really don't know what they're gonna do. I have no idea. But it doesn't sound like they're coming in and saying, "All right, this is Microsoft only now. Everybody else, get the fuck out." So,
They have to have just had like good ideas for the game
hmm
and just thought, you know what, buy it, and so we can make the changes that we want, and we know we can make a better game.
yeah.
But I'm gonna be skeptical about that statement so bad because Microsoft has yet to make a good game. Actually, that's not true. They had a game way back in the day called Freelancer.
hmm
Love the shit out of that game. So whatever.
Well, but I mean, also at the end of the day, like Microsoft's not actually making the games; they're just publishing the games.
Well, that's true.
That's all about uh, who they decide they're going to bring in, and like what the vision's going to be for it. But that's a whole nother story on a whole nother level. Um, so yeah, that's the Humble Bundle, Humble Indie Bundle 13. Go get it now. It's on sale all the way through next week. Last day for the sale will be November 11th. So
Better go buy it.
remember the 11th of November, if you're interested in any of those games.
Go shit, dude. Buy it for Risk of Rain alone.
hmm
God, you've heard me talk about Risk of Rain enough, dude. That game by itself is $10.
Yep.
Just take that $10 and then go buy all this other shit.
So, all right. Well, I mean, why don't we go ahead and we'll jump into what we've been playing this week.
All right.
And no surprise to anybody, we've been playing the games that we bought through the
Yeah.
Humble Bundle. Yay!
Look at that
Specifically, 3 games that yeah, we're pretty much going to talk about these 3 games, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say you don't have an ace up your sleeve or anything.
Nope.
So we've got Tower of Guns, Jazzpunk, and Teleglitch. Which one do you want to talk about first, Kyle?
Well, actually, I'm gonna go with my list there. I'm gonna talk about Teleglitch first, because I'm not so much for that game. Just gonna get that one out of the way. It's a top-down zombie game. You maneuver around like Gauntlet. You aim with the mouse. I'm pretty meh about the game. Because I didn't play for very long. I literally think I've got like 15 minutes played in it, right?
Yeah.
But then I died twice.
Yeah.
for like no real reason. Like one time, I guess I walked into the darkness too much and died.
Yeah, yeah,
And
that happened to me too.
yeah, and I was like, that was the second death, so I was just like, all right, I'm done with this for right now.
Hmm.
Um, and the first time I guess I had picked up some bombs or whatever, and I accidentally placed a bomb and blew myself up. It's like, all right, I can be hurt by my own shit. So yeah, that game's kind of weird, and it has this like when you're shooting, it has this like effect of it like jerking the camera around and stuff, and it's disconcerting, you know.
I do not like the control scheme, specifically the shooting. The shooting took me a minute to get used to because it's if you click in the left mouse button, you punch, and if you click in the right mouse button, that's how you shoot. But it's not like just clicking the right mouse button; you have to like pull it back or something. Am I right on
So you
that?
have to aim.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Um,
you have to use both mouse buttons in order to shoot. You have to click one to aim and then the other one to shoot.
yeah, and it's
So it's
like
I don't like
I don't know. I was trying it out and I couldn't get the grip of it. I was like running into the wall, just trying to take out. It was like two zombies after me, and I couldn't do anything. I was completely useless.
it. Right.
Plus, like you have space is your use key, but also your pickup key, and so is E, and like they alternate. I don't know, like so you walk over an item, and I'm just assuming, all right, press E to pick it up, and like I'm smacking E, and nothing's happening. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? And then I hit space, and it picks it up. I'm like, okay, well that's kind of weird. But then like to use the item, you press E. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I just like had no idea what the fuck I was doing. Maybe I was stone cold tired and just not thinking, but like it was just very counterintuitive and I couldn't wrap my head around it and it was having a really hard time. I'm really not even sure if I want to play it again, but I might give it one more shot just to see if maybe I'm wasn't in the right state of mind.
Yeah, yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at with it. Oh, and the lighting effects are weird too. Like you could be behind like a pillar or something like that, and then you can't see on the other side of it at all.
Yeah,
You know.
I thought that was really neat though. In fact, that was like one of the things that kind of sounds like really dumb. That was one of the things that really made me interested in the aesthetic of it. Was specifically in the trailer. There's a bit where you're walking down a corridor and you're passing up all these doors, and like the light kind of shines into them, and I mean it's essentially your field of view. But
Right.
I mean I thought that was really neat. But yeah, the camera is like super shaky and
Yeah.
um, it's pixelated graphics, but it's like really blown up pixelated. So I can't like I have a hard time seeing anything on it.
Yeah, you have a hard. Oh, it's a good thing like items have circles and shit around them. Otherwise, you'd probably just take it as a bit of the background and not ever pick shit up.
Definitely,
So.
definitely.
So yeah, I'm not so much for that game. I mean, it's free, and it's probably free because it doesn't sell. So, but yeah,
All right.
I'll probably check it out a little bit later. I mean, there's a reason why I didn't play it for very long. So
Yeah.
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 So what?
So
What'd you play?
I checked out Jazzpunk. That was actually the entire reason why I wanted, or why I was so excited about this Humble Bundle, was Jazzpunk. I had seen some stuff on it, and it looked like a really interesting, unique type of game. And I was not disappointed. I was complete opposite of Teleglitch on this one. Uh,
Nice.
I was like ecstatic. It was everything that I thought it was going to be. It was hilarious. What were your thoughts on it? Well, first, so jazz punk. Like, how would you explain what jazz punk is? It's kind of a. I was talking to Kenny the other day, and I was like, I think it's like a first-person adventure, but you're on an acid trip type of thing.
Yeah, that's not bad. It's really funny. I've got an interesting story to go along with this game though.
Mm.
Is you told me to play it, and you were like, "Dude, that game is off the hook," you know. And I was like,
I don't think I said those words exactly.
"You said something like
This
that.
was not
You said like that game is
1995.
nuts or whatever." I can't remember exactly what you said, but you were super excited about it, you know. And I was like, "Oh, okay." And all right, so I was watching the X Files. All right, because I've
Mm.
been watching the X Files. And I thought, you know what? I'm gonna check this game out. Um, and but since I was watching the X Files, I turned the sound down. And like after the intro, the intro played and everything, and like I'm only seeing it, I'm not hearing anything. And then it drops you in the game, and I start moving around, and the lighting's a little bit weird and kind of moody, and I was like, is this a scary game? Is she gonna jump out and scare the shit out of me? And so then I quit playing it. I was like, no, I don't. I want to hear it. I want to hear it coming. And then I couldn't, dude. I couldn't have been more wrong,
Right.
dude. Like, this game's not gonna scare you one damn bit. It's hysterical. Um, like the yeah. I mean, it pretty much like it's really really cartoony. It's first person shooter. It's first person shooter espionage game on acid. And it literally on acid because you take pills to start the mission.
Yeah.
So you're on something, you know. So like in the first level, dude, all the shit that I found in the first, in the first mission, I found a Space Invaders mini game, which I
Mm.
beat twice. Censored bacteria mating underneath a microscope, a cigarette smoking security camera that smarts off to you. That was hysterical, dude. I sat there staring at that thing, waiting for the next thing he says. Comrade Crunch, a 2600 megahertz whistle, dude. um, so, so it's like, uh, I don't know. It's a really funny mission based game.
Hmm.
Um, but I put in my notes that I think I'd get kind of bored with it because of my shoot 'em up affinity at the moment.
Yeah.
Like those are all like fast paced games and stuff. But I see you said that it's only about 2 hours long. So
Yeah. Yeah. I
yeah,
I finished it like very quickly. It took me two playthroughs and or two sit down sessions, and honestly, that was just because like I had something to do. I had somebody was coming to take a look at my furnace, so I had to stop playing. It's
uh,
not a long game at all, and in fact, if you just stick to like the main objectives in the mission, you'll probably be done with it like in less than an hour.
oh
Um,
wow.
yeah, most of the fun of that game is kind of like dinking around with everything that's in the levels, and honestly, without it, I wouldn't have run into Wedding Quake, which was probably the best. I just I was caught so off guard by it. So at one point, you take a vacation and you're on the beach and there's a wedding cake right in the middle of the beach, and I was like, what's this? So I go up there and I click on it, and like the cake opens up and the screen appears, and you go into it, and then like sure as shit, man, it's like Wedding Quake, and it's a it's a deathmatch multiplayer, but just like Quake, but instead of any guns, like you're grabbing bottles of champagne and shooting the corks at people. There was a rose bazooka. There was a wedding cake that was essentially the nail gun. It was just like fucking nuts. And you just play like a quick round and of 10 kills, first to 10, and I like I, I didn't even expect it. I was just on the
It's
ground.
like, where did they get the ideas for this shit,
Yes.
dude? You know?
Um, but yeah, I mean that's like the type of shit that you find in there. um Another one was in that same level, like later on, I found there was a car that it had an arrow in front of it, so I went up there and I was kind of poking around on it, and then it sent me to another mini game. Do you remember I think it was in Street Fighter 2 where you could beat up the car? Like, it was like the mini game or something like that. It might have been in like one of the Super Street Fighters or something like
Oh yeah,
that.
yeah. You had to like You had to like do so much damage to it in a certain
Hmm.
amount of time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So there's that mini game, except in first person. If I remember right, like the car is like asking you to stop, like it's so stupid.
Please.
Um,
Oh my god.
but it's just like it's so, and I hate when people talk about humor like this, but it's so random that literally you have no idea what's gonna happen next, and that's like part of the fun of it. But yeah, it's only like 2 hours long. I would say like even if you are like having a hard time like focusing because of your shoot 'em up craze at the moment, like if you just sit down and like I don't know, take a Red Bull, like you'll run right through it, and
Oh,
it's
I'm
well
sure.
worth it. It's hilarious. I finished it and I immediately jumped back in for a second playthrough, just to like kind of clean up some achievements that I missed and like just peek around some more to see if there was anything that I had missed in the game.
Nice.
So, and it's hilarious.
Yeah, I'll have to do that. Yeah, that's what I kind of put it down because I was just like, all right, I don't want to get, I don't like, that I think we've talked about it before, how you start a game
Hmm.
and then you put it down for a little while and like more time, like a lot more time passes than you actually spent playing the game. You
Yeah.
completely forget how to play the game. You might as well just start over, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
That's kind of like that's kind of what I try to avoid a lot. So I was like, I don't want to get into this game, and then like forget what's going on and blah 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 blah. Sounds like I'm not even gonna have to worry about that.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah, dude, that Space Invaders game, dude. It's like you told me about that,
Hmm.
okay?
Yeah.
And you completely spoiled that. And while that's not a bad thing. I completely forgot about it, dude. And then I walked up and I was like, oh, what's in the microscope? Boop, it's Space Invaders, and I was like, oh fuck, that's pretty funny. So yeah, yeah, that game's pretty cool.
Yep. I would
Um,
totally recommend it. That's honestly, like I said, that was the reason why I bought this bundle. That was my main game that I wanted to buy, and even paying, even if I had to have just paid $7 just for that game, that's only like a 2 hour experience. Like totally worth it.
nice.
Hilarious. Like it gave me a good laugh, and that's something you don't get a lot in games is comedy. A lot of games like it's very hard to do comedy, and this one does it pretty well by just being batshit insane.
Nice. Yes, absolutely. Oh, did you notice how the guy that gives you the missions tells you he's got to go somewhere or
Yeah,
whatever, and he looks like he's going downstairs and he's not. He's just laying behind the desk.
that was one of the first things I noticed that was so great because he's like, I'm gonna be down in the wine cellar, and
I
you like
know, and
see
he's
him like
all,
walking down, and then you go around and
and
he's
he's
just
just
laying on the
laying there.
floor, and he's got like bubbles coming out of his mouth like he's been drinking. I was like, what?
It's like what? Oh, it's a good time.
Oh man,
Yep, yep, good stuff. Good.
hilarious, hilarious. So yeah, Jazzpunk, check it out. It's fun,
Yeah.
silly. So the last game that we played on this, and I had heard of this game numerous times, but I like honestly the fact that it had tower in the name, I immediately just assumed it was a tower defense game, and I wanted nothing to do with it.
Oh
Because
yeah, because you don't like tower
if
defense
there's
games.
one thing I can't fucking stand anymore, it's fucking tower defense. It's that genre has been done to death. Um,
And it really has.
it
I
really,
mean,
really has.
really bad.
So I had zero interest in tower guns, and I just kind of started, playing the trailers and whatnot, kind of taking a look, and then I realized that it was a roguelike FPS, very similar to, like Paranautical Activity, a game that we talked about last week, or in your case, Risk of Rain, and that piqued my interest a little bit. So. What were your thoughts on it, Kyle?
Dude, that game is freaking awesome.
Did I call it?
Oh yeah, yeah, you absolutely called it, dude. That game's definitely filling the Risk of Rain void that I got going on now. I don't know for how much longer because right before the podcast I beat it. Like I already beat the game. Um, But I mean, there's only like 7 levels or something.
Hmm.
Um, and what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the so yeah, it's a true roguelike FPS. The levels are generated as you start them. The enemies are random. I mean, okay, the levels themselves aren't exactly random. Like they could be like the level will be put together.
Hmm.
Like the rooms, the rooms are the same.
Hmm.
You know, like if you find a room that had a secret, you know, like that. When I was playing at your place, you were like, "Oh, there's a secret behind that wall."
Yeah.
It's always going to be there. The room is the structure of the room is generated at the same time, but the enemies, the amount of enemies, the if there's any
Placement.
like little stores to buy things at, you know,
Hmm.
um, that's all generated.
Hmm.
So, you know, you can walk into a room that you recognize, but you don't know what enemies are going to be in there.
Yeah.
And hope to God you don't get the fucking saw blade
Yeah.
guys.
Those guys
Those
suck.
things knock you down fast, man. Um, so yeah, there's a bunch of weapons, you know. The every oh yeah, every 10 levels you get the cake.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
the
The cake level.
Yeah, the cake level. You just literally just walk right through it.
Hmm.
You pick up a bunch of shit and you get um it's like their way of handing you a weapon unlock
Hmm.
because you don't take any damage on that level, so you get like a flat cannon kind of weapon.
Yeah.
Um I unlocked a 609 millimeter hand cannon and I love the shit out of that gun, dude. Like, that gun's awesome. But you got to get rapid fire mods.
Hmm.
You got to get a rapid fire mod for it. So you just like do, just shooting these fucking I mean humongous rockets, dude. They're huge. They're 609 millimeters.
Yeah,
It's,
right.
it's pretty
That's pretty
big,
big.
you know. So, um, oh, that being said, though, I got the Egon the a gun called Egon's Pride. It's a rapid fire gun. And that's the gun that I beat the game with because I had that gun, I had a crit modifier, and the rapid fire item. Dude, boss fights took 3 seconds. No shit. You know, like got in there, it's like this boss. I was like, done. You know,
Right.
it's like he's dead already. You know, like they didn't even have time to move, man. Um, except for the last boss, which actually has a strategy to it. So, um, I did get spanked a few times though. Like when I started playing it, I think I texted you. I was like, "Dude,
Yeah.
this game is hard."
Yeah.
You know, dude, I was getting obliterated until I learned how to take my time, pick up all the items, and and got leveled up my weapon.
Yeah.
Because your weapon levels up. You don't level up in this game. You level up your weapon, and it just gets automatic. You know, it does more damage, gets faster. You know, things like that. Um, but you can only level up to like 5 times. You can level up your weapon 5 times and then fill the bar one more time, but it never levels up.
Oh yeah.
So you don't you can never get to 6, but you won't. You can at least fill the bar. That way, when you take damage, you don't just go right back down to 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
So because you do, oh yeah, as you take damage, you lose experience on your gun. So taking damage is detrimental to your health and the amount of damage you can do.
Hmm. Hmm.
So, um, so yeah, no, the game's excellent, dude. And it's really fun for like if you've got like 10-15 minutes to kill. Fire it up, play a little bit, then put it down.
Hmm.
No problem. It's pretty cool. Um, yeah, you were definitely right, dude. That's filling the Risk of Rain void. And now I gotta go achievement whoring, man. I gotta unlock all those guns and shit, dude.
Yeah.
So
Well, you're welcome. I'm glad that that I could call that
yeah,
from you know a mile away. That just sounds like an insult. I apologize. I am lack of sleep tonight, so you're getting the best of Kyle.
Yeah.
Um,
So what'd you think of it? I mean, I know
I
you like it, but
yeah. So my sentiments exactly. I really enjoy it. This is the game that I wanted Paranautical Activity to be.
mm.
Specifically, how do I put it? Like the weapons in Paranautical Activity kind of suck. There's literally like two that are worth a shit, and the rest of them are just kind of like gag weapons, nothing really fun. And then another issue that game had was, when you run into shops and everything like that, like everything is overpriced. And when I say overpriced, I mean there are certain like you'll in the first, level, you'll run into a shop and there's an item priced at $750. You can kill every enemy in that level. You're not going to get $750. You're going to get at most 200. That's it.
Wow.
So I mean, like you're running into stuff that you're never going to get. Um, plus the game just gets fucking batshit ridiculous hard. Um, and I'm sure like it's designed that way. It's designed to like push it to your limit and have like have it be challenging. But I just I really really liked that game, and then I really really didn't like that game. It kind of I flipped a switch on it. I just didn't want to play it anymore. Um, Especially after a patch had come out recently that kind of like they changed the movement a little bit on your character, and your character moved like a little bit faster, and it like fucking it offsetted like everything that I had learned up to that point. I jumped back in and I was like, I can't play this anymore. This is too much. Um, but
I hate that.
on the flip side, Tower of Guns, like has a good weapon variety, and they're all very different types of guns, and they feel like they have a purpose, or a certain play style that you can use it for. None of them feel like it's like, look, you got a bow and arrow, and you have to draw it back to shoot it every time. Isn't that funny? Like, good luck fucking killing anything with that. Like all the weapons that they give you
as
are
as the enemies in this are shooting rockets at your
yeah,
face.
yeah. Or hey, we got you a gun that shoots a fish, right?
Yeah,
Right?
that's good.
All the guns in Tower of Guns are practical. And the fact that they level up makes it even better. So specifically, I've been using a gun called the Consolation Charge gun, and you get that after dying 3 times. And when I first started using it, I thought it was shit because it works as sort of like a shotgun in that it has like a large spread. But like on some of the smaller enemies, like it's fucking useless. You have to be like right up to them to hit them and everything like that. But as you level it up, and also like it reloads after every shot. So like you take a shot, you gotta wait like a second or two for reload, then you take another shot. Like it's not very practical in those early levels. I mean, it works out well enough because the early levels are relatively easy, but as you level it up, it reloads faster, it shoots faster, and it becomes a little more accurate. Specifically, like it kind of shoots out in a ball at first, and then kind of spreads out. So if you're up close, like it's like all the damage, right to the enemy. Um, and yeah, I mean, it's just like I was starting to dominate with that gun, and I was getting like great power ups with it. Specifically with the Constellation Charge gun, I got the Fire Mine power up, where I would shoot the gun, it would spread out, and anywhere that it would hit, it would essentially like create this like um, area of effect damage of fire. So literally, I would just walk into a room and there's like cannons everywhere, and I would just start shooting, 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 just like spray painting the walls, just taking down all these cannons and whatnot. It
Nice.
was a great feeling. Um, but yeah, I don't know what else I can really say on the game. Like probably the biggest surprise in this bundle because I went in thinking it was going to be a
Yeah.
totally shit game, mainly because I thought it was a tower defense game because I'm an idiot. But I it is, and you said it right when you said it's an easy time sink. It's like, oh, I got 10 minutes, I'll play Tower of Guns, and then before you know it, it's it's been 2 hours. You're like, oh,
Yeah, right.
you know. So it's a lot of
Yeah,
fun.
dude. Um, yeah, that game. Yeah, I'm actually, I'm quite shocked at how much I started liking that game, dude. That game's a blast, literally.
Mm.
Um, but there's another weapon though that I do like. There's a pizza thrower.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's one of the
And
first
it,
ones you
it
get.
says it says it's a pizza thrower, but it's loaded with saw blades, not pizzas. Shit. So yeah, I now did you read any, like, a little guy pops up on the screen telling you stuff? Did you read any of that?
I've
Because
read,
I
I've
never read any of that, dude.
I've read some of it, but a lot of it's just kind of like silly shit, like nothing really
Mm.
pertaining to the game or anything. Specifically, like at one point, I died and I came back, and it was like, "Oh, this is your butler here. You're gonna do this," and it's like, "Oh shit, this game's got a butler." You know, like that was what the other character had said. Like it's like silly. It's from what I can tell, it's there for jokes.
Right.
Um,
That's
but
okay. I like jokes.
yeah. Well,
That
and
game.
and that's the
That,
other thing. Like this game's got a pretty good sense of humor, and a great aesthetic. Like the game looks nice, and it has sort of like that Borderlands feel to it, where it is like kind of cell shaded, but kind of not cell shaded.
yeah.
You get what I'm throwing down
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. I thought it looked kind of like Borderlands too, as
Hmm.
well. Yeah.
So, um,
Oh, um, actually, one thing that I don't like about it, there's some rooms have little effect areas.
hmm
Like at the end of a hallway, sometimes there'll be like this light
hmm
in the hallway, and you can go up. Like you can just jump in that and float up.
yeah, yeah.
But it doesn't tell you that shit,
hmm
anywhere. So like, or at least not that I've seen.
hmm
Um, and actually, the game got me to jump off of a ledge onto what I thought was going to be that floaty kind of light shit, and I cratered right into the damn ground. So
Yeah.
I think I think they might need to fix that just a bit,
hmm
but yeah, because I was like, oh, it's got the glowy stuff. Wee, boom. Nope, it didn't. So I lost half my damn life. Which didn't matter because at that point got shot by a saw blade gun. So whatever.
What's one of the perks that you use when you play it? So, you got your gun, and then you can choose a perk. Specifically, like one of the first ones that you have available is immediate access to a triple jump.
Yeah, I went for the no fall damage.
No fall damage.
Yeah, because I tend to fall off of things sometimes. And
Uh,
I don't like fall damage, dude. That's one thing in games that I've always hated is jumping off of shit and then it damaging you. So
hmm,
I don't like fall damage.
yeah,
So
fair enough.
I turned it
Um,
up.
I when I first started going through it, I was doing the triple jump one, and I had one playthrough where had picked up so many extra jump power ups that I was up to a octuple jump. Like, I mean, I could run into a room and just sort of hitting the space key, and who knows when I would actually hit the ground. I was up in the air for so long. And it made it really great for like maneuvering around things. Being able to jump like that. Lately, though, on my last couple playthroughs, I've been doing the perk where no loot disappears. So any of the
Junk
weapon
man.
is that what it's called?
Yeah.
So yeah, any of the health or weapon upgrades or anything like that falls, will stay there until you pick it up. It doesn't. Normally, it's set on a timer. Um, so yeah, that's come in handy quite a few times.
Now what's funny though. Like you'll get up to being able to jump like 8 times, no
hmm
matter what.
hmm
Like in the run that I beat it, dude, and I didn't have the perk to start with the triple jump, like, so it gave me that many damn jumps.
Yeah.
Um, and you just just keep jumping higher. Um, but yeah. Oh, and the secrets, man. I thought I was doing really good on the secrets. One of the guns to unlock, you have to find 5 secrets in a single level, and it's like 5. Dude, I find one and think I'm doing good.
Dude,
You
that's
know,
how that's how I feel when I play like Quake or something or Doom. It's like you get to the end of it and it's like, all right, how many percentage of the secrets did you find? And I'm like, oh man, I found like 10 secrets. I got to be doing great. And it's like, 10%. I'm like, what?
yeah, I know. You're like, wait a minute, there's that many damn secrets in there. Oh, like I found 3 on a level one time, and I was like, fuck yeah, dude, that secret thing's gonna be at 100%. It was at 20%. I was like, what, dude? That was like the most I've ever found. You
Awesome.
know, like holy shit.
Yeah.
But then though, like what the game classifies as a secret is sometimes kind of weird. Like if you jump like on a ledge and then jump on this thing and go behind it, that's a
Mhm.
secret. That's not really hidden.
Yeah.
You can see the shit back there.
Hmm.
Like from the ground, you just got to figure out how to get there. So, I mean, what the
Yeah.
game classifies as a secret isn't always a walk through wall or a walk through floor or something. So
Yeah, I would say it's not always like a secret, but it is a hard to reach area that will give you a bonus money, bonus item,
yeah,
bonus what have you. So um, I get where they're coming from, I guess.
yeah.
But so Tower Guns recommend.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Buy it right now.
Not gonna lie, us sitting here talking about it, I actually want to like if my keyboard was working properly, I would get off
Yeah,
this podcast and play that.
nice.
What about Jazzpunk? Recommend? No recommend?
Well, actually, to make a recommendation on it, I haven't played it enough yet. But I mean, from what I've seen, it would be an enjoyable, silly game to play.
Hmm.
If that's what you're looking for. I mean, obviously, if you're not looking for that, don't get it. But yeah, get that one.
Yeah,
Take your
that's right.
$10, go get your Risk of Rain, get your Tower of Guns, get your Jazzpunk, tell Teleglitch to go fuck off. And but yeah, there's these other oh shit. There are these other 3 games that came out, like the Novelist, Eldritch,
Hmm.
and I probably pass on Tales from Space, but I'm not so sure.
So before you go any like I've played Tales from Space. I actually have that on my PlayStation 3. Pretty good game. I mean, nothing spectacular, nothing that's gonna blow your mind or keep you playing for hours on end. But it's a fun little platformer. It's got some neat
Mm.
mechanics in there. If you end up picking up the Humble Bundle, I'd definitely say check it out. It's a neat little game. Sorry, now you can continue.
No, it's all good. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I'll probably play it. Fuck it. I mean, I got it, so why not?
Yeah, I haven't heard too much about the novelist.
It kind of looks like a creepy game.
It might be. I definitely want to check that one out. Also because it seems like it's a relatively short game, so it's one that I could probably play in a night. Um,
Yeah.
it's either going to be a creepy game or it's going to be a Gone Home esque type of game where it's not really a game per se. It's more of a interactive story.
Yeah.
Which I'm okay with. I'm not picky about that shit.
Yeah.
So
Gone Home was pretty good from what I understand. I haven't actually played it, so
oh, you haven't
not worth the $20. From what every podcast that I listened to said that it was way overpriced for a 2-hour game. But
Mhm. Um, the other one that I was kind of interested in was Eldritch, and I feel like I looked at this game before, like back when we were all playing Minecraft and like kind of getting bored with it. We were trying to find something else to play. I feel like we were taking a look at Eldritch. I could be wrong, but it looks interesting. It looks kind of interesting. It's got a Minecraft style to it. It's roguelike and
Oh
all that
yeah,
other stuff. You can craft weapons and uh, all types of fuddy-duddy shit is in the description here. That's one that I'm probably gonna check out. That'll probably be the next one that I check out on all of it.
yeah, it looks interesting. I'm looking at the thing here. I'm watching the little thing, and she just like chops this dude up, dude. Just nah, you know. So,
So
um, yeah, it looks interesting. I don't know if I'll. I mean, I'll probably check it out just because I have all these games. So, um, but yeah,
never know, might be a really great game.
yeah, exactly. Like like Tower of Guns or
Mhm.
Risk of Rain, Jazzpunk. The all the games that we've talked about tonight over and over and over again. But um, yeah, actually, I didn't think I was gonna like that Tower of Guns at all, man. But then once I got into it, man, it's over.
It's over.
So it's over. Good time.
So, all right.
So
Well,
yeah.
any other comments you want to make on the Humble Bundle or any of the games?
No, pretty much said my piece about that. So,
Yeah.
um, the what do we got going on? What do we got going on next week?
Next week, as far as like what we're
Ooh,
playing.
we got spoilers.
Oh.
Oh, we got spoilers.
Oh.
Cause I playing Bioshock Infinite. Ooh. We're gonna talk about Bioshock Infinite. Maybe. I gotta beat it first.
Yeah,
So.
you gotta beat it. You gotta get on that. Yeah, next week, looking to do a Bioshock episode. We're gonna talk about Bioshocks 1, 2, and Infinite. If Kyle beats it, even if he doesn't beat it, we're gonna talk about it.
We're spoiling the shit out of
I'm gonna spoil it for you, Kyle.
it.
For you right now. um,
No, that ain't fair.
I picked up the Burial at Sea DLC recently, so I'm really looking forward to checking that out. So yeah, next week, hopefully next week. If not next week, then the week after. But we're going to do a Bioshock episode, and I hope to kind of do more episodes similar in scope, where we kind of focus on one game and talk about that, or a series, not necessarily just a game, but an entire series. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Also, we're moving to bi-weekly.
Yes. So, like I said, we may do the Bioshock one next week, just depending on if you can beat Infinite and if I can, get through the Burial at Sea DLC. We might just do it next week. If not, we may, we'll wait 2 weeks. But yeah, I want to kind of get into a better habit of just bi-weekly as opposed to weekly. Mainly so that way we don't run into situations where every week it's like, oh, what'd you play? Oh, I played the same thing I played last week. You want to talk about that again? So that way we can kind of come to the podcast more prepared about the things that we've played and have better, more interesting conversations. So,
Yeah.
but
Instead of the League of Legends hour.
yeah, yeah.
Shut up. You guys like the League of Legends hour.
Nobody likes the League of Legends hour. Nobody suspects. I can't even do it. Nobody
Nobody
suspects the
expects the
Spanish
Spanish
Inquisition. Damn it, you fucked me up. Anyway,
Sorry. I was trying to
uh,
help.
so yeah, look forward to that next week. Follow me on Twitter at Arrow Vigoroso. I'll put it in show notes, whatever. And I try to keep up to date with what all we're doing. So, with that, you want to talk about news?
Yeah, I don't know. We could.
Yeah, yeah. You brought this up right before we started, so
Yeah.
I wanted to.
I'm not all that excited about it, but,
Mhm.
you know. Um,
So GTA 5 got announced for new gen current gen consoles now, I guess you could say. We're far enough into the life cycle that they're no longer next gen. Um, got announced for Xbox One, PS4, and PC. Xbox One and PS4 are actually coming out this month. PC is coming out in January.
yay.
Yeah, but um, couple new features there. A big one that I was actually surprised you didn't bring up when we were talking about prior to the show, Kyle, was the first-person mode that they're kind of toting as a big new feature with this release. Have you seen this? Have you seen this? Have you heard about this?
No, actually, that's why I didn't bring it up because I didn't know shit about it.
uh,
I just know the game's coming out. You know, I mean, I read a blurb. You know, GTA 5 for fucking computer, and
hmm.
I was like, oh, my soul died a little bit. So
Why?
I don't like it.
Come on, why
I
not?
Dude, I don't like Grand Theft Auto.
Quit being a fucking stick in the mud, Kyle.
I,
You loved Grand Theft Auto. You loved Grand Theft Auto 3. We've had this conversation before. I know you loved it. I know you had those feelings still in you.
that was before I knew what was good.
Oh,
Dude.
don't give me that shit. Come on.
No, I've never been really into those games, dude.
Mhm.
I liked Grand Theft Auto 3 because you could run around and just cause mayhem and wreak havoc on the cops.
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean,
I
everybody
never got out of the
knows that.
first city in that game
Mhm.
without cheating.
Mhm.
You know, so yeah, I've never been so much for GTA.
Mhm.
Saints Row was fun, but I
What did you?
mean,
What did it more for you? Or what did it for you more in Saints Row that wasn't able to do it for you in Grand Theft Auto?
Saints Row was funny.
Fair.
Grand Theft Auto was like a serious game, you know, and Saints Row was just like, yeah, whatever, go, go fucking go obliterate a bunch of people, steal 15 cars, let's do it. You know, I don't know, it was just, it was different, you
Mhm.
know, it was made different, and I'm not going to necessarily say better because, Grand Theft Auto, Rockstar's obviously got a much bigger budget, um, for these games, as opposed to I can't remember who makes Saints Row.
Volition and Deep Silver. Volition specifically, they're the developer.
Okay, and plus they've been making Grand Theft Auto forever now, and it's a wildly successful franchise. I just don't like the game.
Hmm. Well,
Sorry.
I think you're giving it an unfair shot, sir.
So what?
I really do. I really do. I think if you checked out GTA, specifically GTA 5, and this is somebody who has not played it yet. I did not play GTA 5 when it came out on consoles. Hoping to pick it up for PC or maybe for my PS3 now that it's probably a little bit cheaper. But specifically, I mean, you mentioned the humor. GTA's got a lot of humor in it. It's very, I mean, it's not laugh out loud, in your face funny like Saints Row is. It's more like satirical in its nature and a little more subtle, but you know, it's funny and it's got a lot of good writing in it. I gotta stop saying I say it all the time. You know,
You know,
you know.
you know.
So
Yeah, I don't know.
quit being, quit being a stick in the mud, Penrod.
Oh, come on, man! It's the fucking XCOM argument over again. Like you gotta play XCOM. I don't like XCOM. Oh, you fucking suck. Play XCOM. It's like no, I don't like the game. You
Listen,
know.
listen. If I was right about Tower of Guns, maybe I'm right about this. Maybe I'm right. I know you.
You might be, but guess
I
what?
know
It's
you, Kyle.
after it comes out on for PC. It's gonna be a solid year before I even entertain the notion of picking that game up because I'm not fucking spending $60 on it.
Fuck you. I'll buy it for you.
No, you won't.
You're right. I
You
won't.
fucking no.
You're right. I
You
won't.
better not.
I can't even. I can't even.
You can't even back that threat up, man.
I can't even pay $60 for a game for myself, let
Yeah,
alone buy one for your ass.
dude. I not even no
Oh man.
buy one for your ass. Oh shit.
So I'm gonna.
I know tons of people are gonna be like, what? How do you not like Grand Theft Auto, dude? Seriously, it's just a franchise I never got into.
Trust me, like GTA is with its, is not without its faults. It's got a lot of issues, and there's still, a lot of archaic shit that they brought over from the old games into 5 that, they should have left behind. And I say this only from the constant shit that I've read over the last year. But I don't know. I have a special place in my heart for GTA. I spent a lot of time with it when I was younger. I played all the mainline series, beat them all. Like, they're good games, so I think you'll like them. I know you'll like them. It's just I had to get you I had to get you to like try it. It's like smoking crack. If I get you to do it once, you'll do it every time,
No, that's meth,
and then
dude.
I'll be your drug dealer.
Once and then you're done, man.
Be like, come on, man. I just need just another car jack. Come on, man. Let me do it. Come on.
Y'all get any more Grand Theft Auto, dude?
Just one more. That's all I need, and I'll quit. I'll quit. I swear to God.
I quit.
I'll go
I
play some
quit.
Trail
I
Game.
swear to
Okay.
God. Just one more and I'll quit. I swear to God, dude. That doesn't make any sense.
All right. Well, outside of the fact that you hate Grand Theft Auto, what was the big reason why you wanted to talk to me about this news?
It's going to be 4K compatible, which
Yay!
means you can have it on the big screens in full high definition, and all
Ultra
you
high
console
definition.
ultra high
Is that
definition.
what they're calling it now? Ultra high definition.
Fuck if I know. I call it high definition. I don't give a shit. It's 4K high def, whatever. Um, which all you console people are going to be pissed about, I'm pretty sure, because it's going to look better on the PC.
I think
So,
I think anybody buying it on a console doesn't really give a shit about a PC. I think that's
hmm,
I think that's kind of where we're at this point.
I don't know, man. You and I know some of the same console people, and they're kind of like consoles are better than PCs, even though they're dead fucking wrong.
It's all about a matter of opinion. It really is.
No, it's not. It's a matter of fact
Like,
about
listen,
hardware.
it's about what you want out of your game, and if you want to be able to purchase a game, download it seamlessly, and modify it to your will, whatever. Like, a PC is the way to go. If you want to buy a game, stick it in, and know that it's going to work, like, console's the way to go. Because I can tell you right now, I've bought many games on PC that still I have to like find workarounds to get to work on my fucking computer. Because it's not compatible with this version of Windows, or it's not compatible with this version of your driver of your video card. Dart 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 dar. And I think a lot of people who choose consoles choose consoles for that reason, because they want a system where they can purchase their game and it is guaranteed to play.
So you never gotten a PlayStation game that just didn't work?
Not for any reason because of like the disc being put into the machine and the internals of the machine blew up. Nothing like that.
Right.
It's always been the disc was too scratched up, or the developer who made this game like fucking didn't even hit the finish button on it.
Wow.
Which I
Now
don't.
I'm
I've
actually
never had
really
that
curious
situation.
as to the problems that you're describing on your computer, because I don't have these problems.
Well, so I mean, it's not like something that I have all the time or anything like that. But specifically, I bought Deadly Premonition like a couple days ago on the Humble Store for 250, and I was like, yeah, I hear this game's like pretty fucking like nuts and crazy and kind of fun, and like bad, but in like a good way. And I was like really excited to play it, and I looked it up on Steam after I had already paid the money for it, and I'm on the community hub, and it's like there are so many fucking issues. Like, literally, most people can't even get the game to run. There's like workarounds you got to do to get the game to run, and then there's workarounds you got to do just to get it to run properly. Which I looked at that and I was like, oh, so that was like 250 down the fucking drain, because before I can even play it, I got to figure out how to fix that. Whereas if I would have just bought it on my PS3, brought it home, stuck it in the disk drive, and boom, away she goes, playing the game.
Mm.
So I mean, it's and a lot of people who are like, I don't want a game on a PC because it's just too much. Like, Those are just like they don't want to deal with it, you know. And it's not even the fact that it actually is too much. It's just like in their minds it is, so they just like completely jump over it, you know. And I mean that's fair, you know. Like if you don't want to game on PC, don't game on PC. You know, if you think your PC is way better than the consoles, then stick to your fucking PC.
Yeah, you're damn right.
That's right. Just shut the fuck up.
You know what's funny is like it's not even a graphics thing either.
Hmm.
Like especially like with me, because I don't really care about the graphics. Like, dude, look at Risk of Rain,
Right.
you
Right.
know, and I'm playing this on my fucking uber awesome PC, dude. I'm just like, yeah, whatever, you
Yeah.
know. So,
You know. I mean,
but
I mean, I'm. No, go ahead. Sorry. I was
no,
like trying to form a thought, but I don't actually have a thought.
I just thought it was amusing that well, you know what they're going to release it for the PC. You know,
Mhm.
and my cousin said earlier, you know, we were talking about it, and he goes, you know, he's like, well, why wouldn't they utilize all the extra hardware that that they are suddenly getting to, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
like, I mean, I've heard people talk about how beautiful that game looks, you
Oh yeah,
know,
dude, that game is a spectacle to behold on, you know, last gen consoles. Like it
that's
looked
what I'm
amazing.
saying. On even on the consoles, I've
Mhm.
heard people talk about how great that game looks. So it's like, holy shit, dude! Now they've got fucking access to, you know, like I can't even remember the numbers off the top of my head of the uber awesome video cards. You know, like
Mhm.
dude, that game's gonna look absolutely gorgeous on the PCs. You
Oh yeah.
know. Because they'll have access to PCs with 32 gigs of RAM and fucking 5 video cards,
Yeah.
and shit. So um, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what screenshots come out.
Mhm.
I bet you it'll look like real life, man. You'll have to be like sit there and be like, holy shit, that looks like that's my street,
No.
like oh man.
Um, yeah, I hope
So yeah,
to. I'm hoping
okay, anyway.
to play GTA 5 soon. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna get you to play it. We're gonna play it.
Oh
It's gonna
boy,
be a good
you
time.
threaten that all the time.
I do. I still got to get you to play XCOM though. So
That's not gonna
that's
happen.
gonna happen.
Remember the last time I was over your house and you started firing up XCOM and I just stared at you until you turned it off?
Fuck you. It's gonna happen. You're gonna play it. And you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it, and you're gonna go home and you're gonna buy it because it's so awesome.
No.
So cool. Anything else you want to talk about this week, news
That's
wise or
pretty
anything
much
wise?
all I got.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't do much. But I got to get in the mood to uh, beat the hell out of Bioshock. So
Get jump on it, man. I feel like all I ever do is recommend games to you and whatnot. That game is fucking awesome, and I don't care what people say about story, plot, plot holes and such, or the combat's not that good. Fuck those people. Like, especially as far as like game stories go, like it's got a very well written story. And I found the combat to be just fucking awesome. So play it. You're gonna love it. I think you really are.
oh, I'm gonna play it. I
So
want to play it. Actually, I think that's what we got going on. We've got we've got like a symbiotic relationship going on
mm.
here. Like you recommend games, and then I'll beat them, and then tell you about it because you don't have enough time to play the game.
Yeah, I'm living
and
vicariously through
cause,
you.
yeah, because because
Kyle,
you
can you
have
play this
a
game
wife
for
and
me?
kids, and I'm a divorced loser. So
Oh, come on. Oh man. I'm like,
I
Kyle,
gotta,
can you play this game for me? I'm not gonna have time to play it.
I'm not gonna have time to play it. Tell me every little nuance of the game.
That's awesome.
Sure thing, buddy.
I'll take the bullet for you.
I'll do it. Oh, it's terrible.
Oh man. All right. Well, that's the show for this week. Um, be sure to join us hopefully next week, or just join us next time. We're gonna talk BioShock. We're gonna go all the way back to 2007, I think is when the first BioShock came out. We're gonna do some time travel in there. We're talk about the first one, BioShock 2, and BioShock Infinite.
Yay.
Gonna be a good time. Anything else, Kyle?
Um. Oh yeah. Since we don't know when we're gonna be here again, what I want anybody who's listening, who's gonna tune in, to do is just stay on the YouTube page, all right, and just hit F5 until we come back. All right, just do that.
Just F5, F5,
F5,
F. They
F5.
said they'd be
Do that
here.
for a week or two, and we'll be back here.
They said they'd be here. You do realize that when I do a new episode, it goes to a different video page, right?
Okay, then just go to
Okay, okay.
your channel and just
Damn
look
it!
for the
I
new
thought
one.
you were like trying to like put them in a fucking loop or something. They'd just be stuck there forever. Oh man, awesome! All right,
uh,
well, it's been great talking to you this week.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm glad we finally got this one done.
Yes. So get the fuck out of here.
Yay, darker, darker.